we got to the place, Alan chose it. I think it's going to be very niche, very very high end, and it's the last day of them being here or something.
No, of them being open before Christmas.
Oh, before Christmas, so they're shutting
So
down.
it's going to be a fancy shop because it's central London, right?
Right, so we're just gonna look at the woods.
Just get some inspiration, you know.
Get some inspiration. Let's go.
Somewhere in the middle between traditional and modern, so like not too dark and not too light, right?
I want that one.
That's not a flooring, that's a column. And also the shape, right?
Are we talking about plants? Price-wise, plants cost less than herringbone. Or is this one here, when you got while when we talk about herringbone, we got the button that the head touch each other.
I really like herringbone personally.
When you have the flooring lie down in the room, it looks lighter than from the sample.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, is that what we will expect, like, rounded round now?
We sample.
Hey, do you like this kind of shape?
Yeah,
This one is a kind of that, yes.
It's very neutral and nice.
Like, how much space are we in this one as an example? Like,
This one, for example, that is 14 millimeters.
It's hard to choose, they all look so nice, but I keep thinking about that all the time.
Yeah.
this is a bit dark for you, right? But I feel like it's not too bad, but it's a bit dark.
Which one?
It's a bit too orangey.
Yeah.
A bit orangey.
No.
I would put it in my grandma's house.
Yeah, me too. I mean, to be frank with you, I'm not against it.
I like this one.
As you can see, it's difficult to make a decision. There's so much wood, so many different ways you can lay it out. Those two that we chose are the ones we are thinking about going for, this and this. Just about deciding which one. So, what do you think?
It was really good. These guys are the high-end kind of this central London branch, right? They're the more bespoke stuff. They do stuff for companies, restaurants, and as well as residential properties. The wood is very good quality. The installation is also very high quality. The thing is that the cost of installing each square meter is about as much as the wood square meter at other companies. So that means you're paying like almost triple the amount because the wood itself costs about double of that of other companies. So if the installation plus the wood, 3 times square meter cost. But I don't know how much other companies do for installation. Maybe it's the same amount. But then the last kicker was they don't do financing, which is basically paying per month for the wood. It means it's unlikely we can do this unless we finance everything else. I'd rather go financing the wood and doing other stuff, you know, a bit more differently. So it's more about today we learned a lot. We had a first look at the wood. Same way that we looked at the sofas and the tiling in that one day and we got lots of information, right? We got stuck onto the idea of underfloor heating somehow. That's going to cost like 10k, you know.
I feel like it's a good idea to just do everything and do it properly and long term. And like Alan said, these guys don't offer financing options, and it just sucks.
I want to get most of the big renovations done before we move in. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier and less stressful if you do it that way.
On the way to this restaurant, we're thinking, but how durable really this wood is? They sold it to us as extremely durable, and I'm thinking maybe when we get home we can ask our cats or just take our cat's paw and try to scratch it. And I was like, why don't you just scratch it myself? And
But where's the scratch you made before?
like it's
Where's the scratch you made before though?
I don't know,
maybe
but
it just
it's
disappeared.
so scratchable.
No, wait.
Look,
Maybe that's temporary scratch.
No, you can't.
Because the previous scratch you made, where is it? Wait, this is the previous one. Okay. Yeah.
Look.
It's because of not all of them are like that. But
Like
stop
all
ruining it. We can't see how it looks now anymore.
We can see how it looks, but also it got so scratched when our pin runs.
It's because of this grain texture, but there's other smooth ones that don't scratch.
So we just
That's why I
gotta
also had to go for lacquer one.
So we're just gonna go for something smooth for sure, despite the fact how rich it looks and stuff. It's just gonna be scratched up so easily. So sorry, this guy. Not gonna happen.
Take a break. Take a Kit Kat.
It has been a few weeks since we last went to the shop, right? Actually, gosh, no, it was last week. It's been 1 week, but a lot has changed. Okay, so we wanted to go for engineered wood situation because it feels like it's very VIP. You know, it feels like something long-term and very solid and sturdy and posh. I didn't want it.
we found out it's gonna get all scratches, it's not that waterproof. It can get damaged in a busy household that we have, like with pets.
Exactly.
So we wanted the look of the wood, but without that. And you might think laminate flooring, right? But no, laminate flooring definitely has a different look to it. So we went for something in between that's also ideal for underfloor heating. And that is
LVT, luxury vinyl
tile.
Tile?
Yeah, but it's actually, even though it's called LVT, we're getting the wood.
Alright, so what we decided to go for is a slightly cheaper option. It's not real wood, but it will withstand all of the scratching.
It's actually still about around the same price actually, because of the premium one we went with the look and stuff.
But the reason why we're going for the premium version is because that is the only one that we can later on use with underfloor heating. But why later on? Wasn't the whole underfloor heating situation something we wanted to do? And there's a whole thing about it.
It's quite expensive, especially how much floor we want to cover.
When we went to the tile shop, we saw it, it was like, oh my god, since we're redoing the flooring, we might as well. And then we saw
at that point we were only redoing the bathroom flooring. We even think about redoing the other rooms flooring because we didn't see that the flooring was bad back then.
Yeah, we thought it would be just bathrooms. So we're like, okay, might as well just do the flooring. We saw the pricing options for the electric underfloor heating. It was really cheap. I was like, you know what, let's just do it. Then we got photos of the floor from the surveyor, and it was just very scratched, very, not new, very. We thought, look, let's just redo the floors as well. And then we're like, oh, well, since we're redoing the floors, let's do the heating, underfloor heating, in a few rooms. Then we spoke with the guys who do underfloor heating, and they said to us that it's not as simple as that. And if we were to redo the floors in the select rooms of the floor, we would need to do that in the hallway as well, because it will need to be interconnected. The end of the story is that it will either be that or nothing, almost, and it's just going to be so expensive. We just can't do that. It doesn't make sense.
We can still do it, just we can't do it all in one go.
Doing it partially doesn't make sense to me right now either. And I'm thinking we will most probably postpone it to a later date. You can easily take out the flooring that we will place, the new one.
We don't know that for sure yet.
That's the logic. And then install the underfloor thing and re-floor with the floor that we bought at a later date. We also ordered a lot of samples of the flooring because they look different in real life compared to the pictures that they have on the website, and you just have to go and see. But with that, we're also going to 2 flooring stores that we haven't been to where we live here, literally in the city centres. Or were you thinking of even softer? That one over there looks very good.
Oh, that's the one we want. You know the one we want.
Oh, it's so much easier to choose when it's like everything is right in front of you.
So you know how the other vinyls are like this? Look, this is one for regular vinyl.
Yeah.
Feel this.
And this one is nice. Don't you think?
Yeah, it's pretty close to.
This one, it's slightly different. This too. So to go down this one.
Natural. To go with elite natural.
I'm probably losing my mind looking at all this wood. I just want to be done with it. There's a few really good options, and I'm like, am I making the right decision by choosing a certain tone, certain shade over the other? Like, I really like that stuff, all the stuff that's mixed between light brown and grey. Originally I wanted dark brown, but then we figured that it's just not going to work with the color of the walls and will make the room darker. So something like that is what we're going for. But there's so many shades of that and so many different textures, and I just want to be done with it. It's so much easier with furniture. You choose a sofa and you just go for it. With this,
How is it's the same kind of thing? We happen to find a good sofa quickly.
I don't know. I just want to be done. I literally want to be done with it. I'm sick of looking at floors. Everything looks good. Like, I'm looking at this palette here. All of it looks good. Why don't you just have a mix?
What do you mean all of it looks good?
Like this is, I love this color, but also I love this color, and this is all very good. And even the lighter ones are so good. Like, I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know. I really don't know anymore.